Hey there gamers, and welcome back to another video. In this video today I want to do an in-depth guide into trading in Crimson Desert, and we're going to go over the A to B to C methods of trading in this game. So do grab yourself a notepad perhaps, or something that you can make notes on, as there is a lot to go over, and I'm going to start from the very beginning and go all the way up to doing bulk trades. So first things first, as you're playing the game you may not have reached this point yet, but basically when you get the Grain Main camp to a certain level where you've rescued a whole bunch of people, you'll be doing several different rescue missions. You basically want to get to the point where you have already rescued this gentleman just here, called Bryce. He is the stable master. He is in the third or fourth Grain Main rescue attempts for the rumours that you do, and I have basically done most of the quests to get to this point now. I do recommend that you try and min-max these as much as you can, only because at the end of the day it does give you a great amount of bag space as well. I'm almost at the cap now of 200 spaces. Now to begin with, as you play the game you will come across trades goods like the ones shown here. They have a blue background and a scale symbol next to them, and as you can see they come in different quantities, different items, and have different values assigned to them. Now a lot of people will just sell these as they find them to the black market. The black market can be found in several different areas. These trade goods can be sold at places like gold leaf trading posts on the black market here, and you will probably have been told to do that by a couple of people, but I do not actually recommend that you do that. What I actually recommend that you do is keep them, and it will cost quite a lot to begin with, but if you come over to Carl here, who's managing your camp provisions, go ahead and open him up, and then go to the camp provisions tab here, you will then be able to see all of the trade goods that you've collected on the left hand side. To enter a trade good into the camp provisions, all you need to do is come down here, and much like you would the storage, simply go ahead and select it. And you can see that I'm currently being charged 100 coins to deposit it. You can see there I've just had it again, and obviously if I do 2 then I'm going to get charged 200, etc. So it's a flat 100 per trade good, and you can see that they're all stacking up here on the left. These will go for considerably more coins. They're worth a lot more when they're packaged in this system. Now when they're packaged in this system you will eventually then be able to go ahead and get yourself a cart. Now it's important to note here that with your camp provisions, if we just go ahead and go into the camp provisions here and I show you at the top, obviously we've got a breakdown of our men at arms, our armor, stone, wood, food, coin, and tokens. It's important to note here that probably coin, I would say, is the hardest thing to get, and you will be using a lot of this when running trading. You can actually just see there, funnily enough, that I've just had a small cash income from one of the missions that we've run, and that is basically what I want to talk about here. You need to start stockpiling this as much as you possibly can. Coins are probably the most in demand part of the resources that you have here, and I would recommend that you focus on stockpiling this. You can donate funds, but really no one wants to lose any more cash than they already have. I've already lost a couple of hundred having to keep this going. So what I recommend you do to supplement this is, when you've got lots of followers, and you should be getting as many followers as you possibly can, you want to come over here to the manage comrades, go to the mission dispatch box just here, and you can see here right now that I have 2 currently running estate security, and the reason that we're doing that is because these give cash rewards. So we're getting a regular 3,000 coins from this one and a regular 2.8 thousand coins from this one. You do have the option to run a few more as well. I believe that certain regions do have different ones. I don't think I've got any more that I can run right now, but it is possible to unlock more the more that you play the game. So by running those missions you are effectively able to stockpile more and more cash, and it is this cash that you are then going to be using to do trade missions and effectively turning that into even more profit. Carts are unlocked by running a special mission that you again will need followers for, which I'll just quickly run over now if you're not familiar with it. What you want to do is basically come over to Ross here, go to your manage comrades, go to mission dispatch, and you can see I already have several missions currently active. But if we just come down here, what you're looking for is this mission here, which is Timber Turner Wainwright. And if we click that mission, Here you can see that you have the old wagon, freight wagon, or trading wagon. Each one of those has a prescribed cost, with the trading wagon being the most expensive, but also the best quality in terms of its capacity. I do recommend that you save for this one and just start with this one straight off the bat, given that you are going to have to wait 18 hours for the construction. You can get an old wagon much quicker if you just want to start this off, but given that you can take one sleep cycle and pretty much knock most of this out of the way, I do recommend just going straight for a trading wagon. Once you've got the trading wagon built by completing that mission, it will then just appear straight away in your wagon area over here. It might not be visible like this, but in order to just basically interact with it, you want to come over to Bruce, go ahead and open the workshop, and then you have the option to either manage the cargo wagon or load the supply wagon. If you manage the cargo wagon, that will give you the menu to select from them. Obviously we've only got the one right now that we've just built, but if you have more, you can put them here as well. And then what we want to do is go ahead and load the supply wagon with the trade goods that we have been depositing in the camp provisions. Now, it's important to note here that there is a 25 minimum limit. So here, for example, you can see that I've got 31 packaged flour. I could sell those. I've got 39 packaged salt, for example, but a lot of my trade goods right now do not meet the minimum threshold required. And it's also important to note that the trade merchants will only buy certain items at certain times. Now, what do I mean by that? So if we come to our map here and go over to the nearest one to us, which is the gold leaf merchants just here. Now, in order to see what the merchants are actually buying, all we need to do basically is come to our map here. And then what you want to do is basically come into the merchants here, the Gold Leaf Guild House, by double clicking it. Then when it loads, we have the option to check the trading post tab. So we can see what they're selling in advance and what they're buying in advance. So we can see, for example, right now that they're selling honey, black pepper, lacquer, ceremonial sword, and they're looking to buy wool, ginseng, paintings, flour, pelt, glass, jade, field chainmail, silk, packaged guns, and ivory. Now, when you look at these, obviously you will have the resources that you have stored at your camp that you can then decide whether you want to sell or potentially even buy if they've got good discounts. So for example, here the ceremonial sword is currently 5% off. I could choose to invest in these and look to hold them for a period of time. Now, these trade good managers are basically listed in most major cities. So here, for example, we've got the Gold Leaf Guild House, and if we look at another major city, for example, we've got the Silver Moon Trade House just here as an example. We know that there's a gentleman here also doing trade. And then if we come into this town, we can see here that this trading post right now is currently selling ginseng, tobacco, and honey, and is looking to buy flour at a slight premium, which is interesting because I've got quite a bit of that. They've got a demand for pelt, paintings as well, armor, jade, salt, brimstone, cloth armor, carpets, and ivory. So ivory looks like it's in demand by quite a couple of different people. So you might be interested in trying to find somewhere at some point, just as an example in my case, that has an ivory supply. Now, obviously the premiums here are attractive and the discounts are also interesting for buying. But now let's talk about actually running a trade mission to make some money. Now here I'm at the Golden Trading Post in Demonis. So just to show you where I am on the map right now, I'm just outside of the Flame Knight's castle, just above the Demonis text just here. You can see where Herdnand is, and the Greymane camp is just down here. So with this trading location right now, if I come over to the Gold Leaf Trader just here and go to the shop, we can now have a look at what he is buying and selling. So if I'm interested in selling, I can have a look at what he's buying. I've currently got these resources in my cart. I have already sold some pepper to him, which I didn't really get much for, and we can see that he's got some good offers here on other goods, but we don't currently have anything of this nature in our cart. However, if we go to the buy tab just here, and we can see, for example, that there is packaged wool at minus 17%, which is fairly good value, and packaged fish meat at minus 20%, which is also good value, then that gives us some options to play with. So just keep this in mind. We've got packaged wool and packaged fish meat. Now, here's a really good tip for you. If we come to the map really quickly and actually just have a look at what the other trading posts are up to. So for example, if we come over to the gold leaf trading post here and double click it to open it up, that will effectively bring us into the overview and give us a view of what they are buying and selling remotely. So here, for example, when this loads, if I come over to the trading post just here, we can see what they're selling here, the prices that they're selling them for, and also what they're interested in buying. Now we can see that packaged wool right now has a plus 18% premium, and he's buying it at 193 coppers per load right now, which is really good value for money, and we know that we can buy that for quite cheap. So just doing some maths really quickly, if we come back to our vendor and we go ahead and look at what we can buy it for, we can still pick it up at 129, knowing that we can sell it for 193. So just doing some really quick maths there, gives us a profit of 64 copper for every single one of these that we deal in. Now, I currently have 26,000, so if I just max this out and we go for 150 here and press confirm, then we will make 9,600 copper on this run, and it automatically loads straight into the cart, and then all I need to do is drive it over there. Now that we've pulled in at Goldleaf Guildhouse, all we then need to do with our cart is just park it up, come back over to the trader once again here, and now we can see if we go to the shop, we then have the option to open the sell menu, and as you can see, he is still paying a premium for the wool. So we can go ahead now and select our wool, enter the maximum amount, which is 115. As you can see there, I'm going to make a hell of a profit, and there we go, we can sell it. We have a really good reputation boost as well, made a lot of money, got an extra token, and then again we can go ahead and buy if we want and see what he's selling now. So if you wanted to run another mission, you can see obviously that we could do more black pepper. We've also got the option to buy packaged ceremonial swords for fairly cheap, and if you can find somewhere on the map to take them, then obviously you might want to run a mission to get some more coin. Again, to check different merchants buy and sell prices remotely, simply come to your map. So here, for example, under the Deminist text just here at the last S, there is a village just here right in the middle of the S. If I line up the coordinates just here, and we can see here, for example, that there is another trader, so if we can go now check what he is buying and selling and see if we can find any matches. So simply go ahead and open it up, and once again here we can come to the trading post tab at the top, and we can see that he is selling red ginseng, tobacco and honey, and he is interested in flour, pelts, paintings, armor, jade, salt, brimstone, cloth armor, carpets and ivory. So in this case we don't have much of a match for the stuff that this guy is selling, but it is good to check what else he might have that we would be potentially interested in. So what you can do basically now is start checking all of the merchants around and effectively running these trade missions to get yourself more camp cash, to get yourself more money for your camp. But that just about wraps it up for this video, guys. Really hope that it helped. Please do drop a like and subscribe if it did. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.